Hey, Kevin here from Rescued Outdoors. We're here up at the Clark Peak hike and climb. Currently my location is about halfway up that 4x4 trail. First part of the entrance you can get in with a two-wheel drive, but the second part you're going to want to at least have a high clearance 4x4. I'm in a 2015 Jeep Cherokee. It's got the off-road package, however. I only made it about halfway up the 4x4 trail, so I got about a mile left added to my hike. So this peak, Clark Peak in Colorado, is named after Lewis and Clark during their expedition. It sits about 12,960 feet in elevation with a 3,800 elevation gain on the vertical climb. No, this isn't a 14er, but this is the absolute apex in the Medicine Bows Ridge. This is the highest peak up here in the Rawa Wilderness where we're at. It's a remote giant of Precambrian granite that guards the boundaries between Larimer and Jackson County, filled with raw alpine tundra and a scramble to the top in the massive summit bowl. Most hikers out here in Colorado, they tend to crowd the front range peaks. But as you can see today, we're here in the backcountry because true preparation isn't tested on a crowded boardwalk. It's tested out in the silent wind battering ridges here in Rawa Wilderness. Kind of a lot of mosquitoes up here. Should have brought some bug spray. I guess I'll just drop down my sleeves here. But thanks for following along. We're going to start our journey here. I'll be navigating with my Zoleo and my Galaxy Ultra watch for the trail. Once you get past close towards the summit, past Ruby Jewel Lake, I believe it is, the trail kind of disappears and you're kind of on your own. So I'll be navigating with my watch. And hey, let's get to it. Now, one thing I always learned and remember from the military is wherever you are, communication and 360-degree security is a must. Now, it's easy to get complacent up here in the mountains, get lost in what you're looking ahead to or looking down at your feet. But up here, we got a lot of moose, got a lot of wildcats, got black bear. Typically, they tend to come up from behind. So throughout my journey here, I'll be constantly looking behind me, looking to the left and to the right, just making sure that my situational awareness is on key. There's definitely not a lot of people out here, and so I want to make sure that I'm safe. I do have my bear spray and a buck knife. I will be prepared, but just a little tip when you're out here in the backcountry. So about 9:32 a.m., about 1.37 miles, 10,303 elevation, about an hour, 616 elevation gain. It's about time to stop for a snack. I learned my lesson on some hikes before to never travel on a hike without good hydration, electrolytes, and some salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear up this Slim Jim and piece of cheese and then keep on trekking. Well, come around the corner, reach my first water crossing. It's beautiful. Truly is beautiful out here. There's not a soul in sight, which I'm really surprised. I figured there'd be a lot of people out here, but I don't know. I don't mind it, that's for sure. Let's see if I can cross over here. I don't feel like starting to get my feet wet this early. Looks like I got a little path right here. This will work. Nice little pallet. Hey, I'll take that all day. Moving along now, children. You know, first of all, sorry for my heavy breathing and my microphone being right there, but thought I heard something. Just kind of walking on a easy part right now, and it got me thinking. A lot of people ask me, you know, why do you do what you do? Why are you climbing these mountains? Why are you going outdoors? Some people think it's childish. I just love it. I mean, I've been through a lot in my life. And for me, this is very symbolic. Climbing peaks, doing hard things, it's very symbolic. I want to use it to a message to others especially a message to my 3 children. No matter what you go through in life, the struggles, the hardships that we all go through, you can do anything. I know it sounds cliche, but like I said, I've been through so much. So much. If you watch my testimony video called Rally Point with Kevin on my channel, it'll explain a lot. Just out here, find time with God, have a moment to connect with God. I hear from him out here, and it just makes me feel good. You know, I didn't want to do this hike today, but you got to do it. Sometimes you just got to get up and do it. It's what being a man is. Like I said before, picking up your shovel and getting to work. You know, you got to take care of your family. You got to do hard things. If you got a headache, who cares? Keep going. Quit the complaining. I'll tell you one thing, if you're anything like me, you don't want to be 85 years old on your deathbed saying that you wish you could have, you should have, or I wish I did that in my life, but I didn't. And so I want no regrets in that area. So there you go, a little about me on this trail. It's hot, mosquitoes everywhere, and I am tired, but one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. All right, so if you are in a 4-wheel drive, high clearance vehicle, this is the point where you can come and park. This is the actual beginning of the trailhead for Ruby Jewel, which leads up to Clark Peak. So we finally made it, added about 2 miles to our trek. It's gonna add about 2 miles back, but like I said, we're gonna keep going, and this is part of the experience here. I'm really excited that this is the official start of the trail. So I will document as I go and kind of talk to you about the trail and path and my experience with it. So here we go, guys. Looks like we got some visitors up here walking. Got some moose tracks. Check those out. Pretty big, bigger than the palm of my hand. Like I said, there's a lot of moose up here. Moose are very common in the Rawa wilderness. So we got continued tracks here. Looks like they're coming towards me. So I'll just keep my eye out. Again, moose, very protective of their young. They will charge you if you mess with them, so if we come across any moose, I will leave them alone and get a safe distance. If you are within close proximity of a moose, the best thing you can do is back away slowly. Don't turn your back on them. And if you can, worst case scenario, hide behind big trees so you can have a barrier between them if they do charge you. But obviously it's best just to leave them alone. Just like with black bears, it's very rare that they do attack unless it's food motivated or protecting their young. But again, they're beautiful from afar, and keep it that way when you're out here. And there is our first view of Clark Peak coming for you. Let's see here. About 1.75 miles in, 10,431 elevation, 745 elevation gain. Looks like we'll be coming about and 239 feet. A few switchbacks here. Just over 2 miles in, and we're coming across a lot of bushwhacking over here. There's a lot of bush. Some people like to cut through here for a shortcut. I do not recommend it. Snakes, other species. There is poison oak and ivy up here. I've seen a couple leaflets along the trail. So just keep to the trail. approaching our first juncture here. If you go left, it's Kelly Lake Trail right up here, but we are going up to Clark Peak, so we are going to stay to the right. Here's a really good view of Clark Peak through the trees here. We're going all the way up there, all the way to the top, almost 13,000 feet. And here comes the fun part. Time to scramble. Well, here we are, Ruby Jewel Lake. We're up here. It's starting to get a little windy. Just entering the Alpine. Looks like we got some snow caps still up here. It's beautiful. Really peaceful. Should have brought my fishing pole. I don't know if there's much fishing up here, but it's beautiful. You can see the glaciers up there. We'll be traversing up this way along the top of the ridge line, all the way there, pushing to that summit. I'm gonna hang out here for a minute, eat some food, enjoy the view, probably fly my drone and get some electrolytes in me, then we're gonna press on. Got some snowpack up here. I was gonna take it up here over, but it looks like I'm gonna go right down here over these rocks and then kind of skirt around. So I made it on the other side of Ruby Jewel. I ended up crossing over this little waterfall here. Now this is where things get a little different. So though I do have a trail map on my watch, there's really not a trail. So I'm basically going to go up this way and traverse the ridge line all the way to the summit and just take the easiest route I can. I'll be safe on the rocks, make sure I'm looking for any type of loose snow if I get up there, or any type of hazards. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on the weather. I'm now in the Alpine, it's getting kind of windy, and it's that time of day where storms could come rolling in. So right now it looks pretty clear up at the peak. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. This is the dangerous part, guys. When you're doing this, just take your time, don't rush. I mean, if you check this out, it's a pretty steep side that we're traversing here. One slip, you're falling pretty far. So just take your time, make sure you got good foot placement before you take a step. Just remember, step by step till you get to the top. It's not a rush, it's not a race. Time to cross this section of boulders. Kind of like a little mini boulder field compared to Long's Peak. We're gonna go up this way, traverse around. Yep, one heck of a vertical climb, ladies and gentlemen. This one is tough. This is how far we've come. We're making it. We're going slow, staying paced, but we're almost there, guys. This is just the hardest part right here, getting up here to this ridge and traversing all this loose rock. Just be careful on this section. All right, we're at the side of this mountain. Almost to the top of this ridge, sitting at 11,550 feet. Definitely feeling it on the lungs, but we're still good. The wind's picking up, things are starting to get cold. I think I'll start putting my beanie on and get out of this wet clothing. We're still moving along. Just gotta get up here and then we're gonna traverse the ridge. Just doing a check-in. Almost at the top, still working. Had to stop filming, got a little dangerous down there. Just focusing on my footsteps and placement, keeping awareness of my surroundings. There's a lot of rock, a lot of loose rock, so I've just been keeping an eye on this mountain. All right, I'm up here at the top. I'm sure you can hear, but it's very windy. Look at that view. Almost 3,000 feet vertical climb just now, all the way down there. I don't even want to walk backwards, I'm so tired. But it's getting chilly up here. We're up in the Medicine Bows now, and I am almost to the top. I don't know if you remember, but I took a video of that little ice glacier down from Ruby Jewel Lake a while ago, and I'm way above it now. So looking at my GPS, we are at 12,300 feet. We got about 600 more feet to go in elevation gain, and the weather's looking okay right now. I still might end up turning back if it gets worse. The wind is pretty bad. I checked my Zolio weather app. It doesn't say it's going to rain, so as long as it's just windy, I think I'll go ahead and summit today, minus any last minute changes in weather. But that last part of the climb was insane. It was pretty much vertical for literally thousands of feet. It took me a while, and yeah, here I am. So I'm on the ridgeline now. I'm gonna go ahead and start traversing across the Clark Peak. So I had to stop for a minute. I'm starting to get a blister on the back of my right ankle, which sucks, but I really do want to summit today, so I'm gonna take the time to use my first aid kit and see if bandage it up a little bit. It's really cold up here. It looks deceiving, which is why I got my neck gaiter, my beanie on. Got that all taped up. The blister's forming right here. So hopefully that holds until we get to the summit and then back down to the vehicle. We're at 12,600 feet. Air's pretty thin up here. Wind's taking a lull right now. I figure I'd do a video. This last part, I don't know why I came up this side, but it's basically a vertical climb from Ruby Jewel Lake all the way up. We're almost there. It's getting late in the day and clouds are rolling in, so I'm going to push really fast to get up to the summit. I wanted to hang out, but due to possible storms, I'm probably going to have to head back down pretty quick. 200 more feet vertical elevation gain. Almost there. Weather looks still pretty decent. My voice is kind of hoarse. I think it's just the elevation. It's a little different up here. But we're gonna summit today. We're gonna make it happen. Well, this is what I was afraid of. Snow being right at the top. Unfortunately, I do not have crampons, but it looks like there's a little trail that somebody made. So, I don't know, it looks like knee deep. I don't think it's wise for me to try it. I'm gonna try to go up over here and see if I can skirt around that way. And because I'm an idiot, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I'm sure the missus would not be too happy about this. I'm gonna put the camera away. It's a little bit dangerous right now. Well, that was fun. Right there. And we made it. Here we are, the summit of Clark Peak. Oh gosh, that was a rough one. Let's see if we can go up to the wind shelter here and find and locate the summit plate. I hope you can hear me. I know it's really windy, but that's how it is when you're up here. Windy, unpredictable weather. But here we are, 12,960 feet, just shy of 13,000 feet. The summit of Clark Peak, Colorado. And man, oh man, what a beautiful view. Oh, it's gorgeous. And we even have a little marmot friend chilling at the summit. Wonder where the summit plate is. Here's the wind shelter. Guess we'll check it. Oh, there it is. Summit of Clark Peak.